Yesterday I showcased my Lepic boss build, absolutely smash and devour in under 20 seconds. The question is, how does it do against some of the other hard bosses? Well, let's find out. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Worthy Prince coming at ya with another First Descendant video, and today, guys, I'm going to be doing some more boss fights with my Lepic boss build. One thing I really enjoy about being a content creator is when you can bounce off of the community to create more content. That's just awesome. So yesterday I posted a video of my Lepic boss build. If you want to know how I done this build, what mods, all that good stuff, check out yesterday's video. Link will be in the description. But I got a message on the comments from Defilio8993 saying that people really need to stop using Devour as a benchmark to show whether a build is good or not. But it says literally every character can kill Devour easily. He is the weakest boss by far. Yeah, sort of. I mean, he does have a really annoying mechanic, but I guess... yeah, okay. Show it against Executioner, Dead Bride, Pyro, or Swamp Walker. That's what determines if it's good or not. I don't necessarily think it determines whether this build is good or not, like just if it can, you know, by fighting those other bosses. I think each individual in Descendant is kind of, in a way, situational depending on what boss you're fighting. For example, you know, when it comes to fighting Dead Bride, for example, she has very weak against fire, and if you're fighting Executioner, he's strong against fire, and Pyromaniac is very strong against fire. Swamp Walker, normal against fire. So they're all different. They're all going to perform different depending on what, you know, Descendant you're using. But, you know, I do understand why you're saying what you're saying about Devourer. He is big, he's slow, that's why I chose him, so that, of course, my ultimate would hit for the maximum amount of damage, because I wanted to demonstrate exactly how much damage this build can do. But, I am taking your comment on board. It looks good killing Devourer in 18 seconds, but how does it perform against Executioner, Dead Bride, Pyromaniac, and Swamp Walker on hard mode? Well, let's find out. Okay, so we're going to be starting off with Executioner. Now, I ran these bosses this morning when I woke up. I haven't had my coffee, so please excuse the bad aim. But the idea here is just to see how my Lepic boss build performs against the other hard bosses. It's not going to be as good as Devourer, of course. Ain't going to be no 18-second kill. But let's see if the damage is good. Okay, ultimate up. Let's go. So we're going to hit Executioner. And the damage, looking at initial... wow, whoa, big crit. That was nice. Look at his shield. And he's moving away from these balls. He's not staying there taking all of it, but he's down on his knees, so this is really good. Look at that. We wiped out all of Executioner's shield and pretty much like a quarter of his life off of that initial break of like, well, initial go with the ultimate. So that was rather solid damage, I think, against someone that has so much HP and shield. This was actually really, really good. So I skipped his immune stage just for quality of life for the video, and I'm going to keep attacking him because I want to see how quickly I can kill him. And I'm going to break his shoulder off. Let's get him. I want to break his shoulder off, get him down to the ground so we can fire off my ultimate again. In the immune stage, I was running around and shooting ads to try and get items to boost up my energy so I could fire this thing off again. I was a little bit late there firing that off. I could have done that way sooner, but as you can see, his HP is dropping at a very nice rate. Unfortunately for me, it wasn't quite enough there on that particular run. That's where he should have died, but unfortunately I didn't quite have enough damage, and he went into his second immunity phase. Now, I think if I was to keep running this again and again and again, I could get a unicorn run where I'm able to get him into one immunity phase and then kill him straight after and probably get like a sub 2 minute time against this Executioner. So I'm very happy with the build and the way it's performing against hard Executioner. But I just didn't have the crits on that one. But I don't want to just like record a unicorn run, a bit like I did yesterday with Devour, if I'm being honest, and just post that up. I'd rather just show you straight up going in, fighting it, how it performs. So yeah, pretty good stuff. The first couple of attacks were pretty good, and then we're going into our ultimate once again just to finish him off, and that's the end of Executioner on hard. I think the boss build works really well against this boss. Only takes a couple of minutes to kill it. This was slightly more. And I think on average, it probably would be, say, between like 2.5 and 3.5 minutes, depending on what you're doing. But this initial fight, 3 minutes, 13 seconds, not bad for solo against an hard Executioner. Now going into this one, I think a lot of people might be interested to see how this build fares against a hard Dead Bride. Most people hate fighting this boss, and the reason being is she's got a massive shield. Like, her life isn't that strong. Once you get rid of her shield, she's normally fairly squishy. And I think against my boss build, I'm predicting if I can get her shield down, she's going to get wrecked when I hit her after. But look at the damage. And I missed a couple of balls because I'm just, like I said, I haven't had my coffee yet. And you can see here, the damage is still rather nice. I got her down to about halfway on her shield with the initial ultimate opening, which was nice. And what I'm going to do now is just focus on shooting her knees because there's the blue markers on her knees I'm going to be hitting. And also try and avoid her when she goes into her immunity stage because she's about to do it in a moment, and that's when she brings up that big snow globe. And if you get caught in that for too long, you're gonna die. As simple as that. So she's gonna move, and this is when she normally does it. She like ports, and then she does the ice globe. But she's not doing it right now, but she will. There it is. So immunity and the ice globe. I need to get out of here. Now, yesterday, one of the commenters on the video said, why are you putting so much defense and HP into this build? You should just go all out attack if you're trying to one-shot. Well, the thing is, you ain't going to one-shot this boss with Lepic. And neither are you going to do any one-shots on the other hard bosses. I mean, I know there's some builds out there that can do it. Although saying that, I think Nexon are going to be nerfing a lot of that stuff and changing stuff so you can't do those one-shot builds. But, like, it's very difficult to come in here and smash this out like Devourer. Devourer is a different beast. So you do need the HP and defense. Without some HP and defense, these things like this are going to kill you. You know, you're just not going to survive on hard against these bosses. So yeah, I mean, the skill attack damage I put into the build yesterday is obviously very important, but you do still need some defense and HP. Otherwise, you're just going to get fried. Anyway, what I've been doing for the last 30 seconds here is just running around, grabbing some ads, getting some extra energy, walking into the thing and killing myself, which is awesome, and just trying to avoid her attacks. Now she's come out of her immune stage, it's time to hit her again with the ultimate. Check this out. We're going to hit her a couple of times, crit her shield off, and then look at the damage once the shield comes down here. Absolute annihilation. Goodbye, Dead Bride. This boss build absolutely wrecked Dead Bride in a pretty good time, to be perfectly honest. Running solo, if you're solo farming for hard Dead Bride, this is a really good one. And the actual time was sub 2 minutes. Look at that, 1 minute 58 seconds against hard Dead Bride. I think that's pretty good. Okay, let me know in the comments what you think about that one. Now moving on to Pyromancer. Look, there's only one way this is going to go, surely. Fire versus fire. Okay, let's see the damage. Missed the first ball. That's a good start. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 5. We're going 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 balls. 9 or 10 balls. Down on one knee. He bends the knee. And we took out... we took out a pretty good amount of his shield with that. That was actually a solid start. He's going to go immune. Because he's just like that, right? You do some damage and he goes immune. That was actually more damage than I thought I was going to do against Pyromaniac. I have to say, I thought it was going to be way less than that. That was actually pretty solid. This is going to be the most difficult boss to fight with this build because it's fire and he's really strong against fire, right? I'm skipping his immune stage and what I want to do is hit him with my ultimate, right? With no shield. I just want to see how much damage it does against his actual HP. I'm not expecting, like, fireworks here, just saying. Okay, so he's down on one knee again. We're going to get the ultimate out. I'm not full, but let's just go ahead and hit him. And yeah, it's a bit underwhelming. Look, the damage ain't great. There's no crits there and too many big crits there. But yeah, it's not perfect. I can still beat this boss with this build. Not a problem. It's just going to take a bit longer than I was expecting. And honestly, this boss sucks. So, yeah, let's just skip this. Yeah, no. I mean, Pyromaniac... Alright, the build's shit for Pyromaniac. I'm going to tell you now, it's not great. But you can still beat him. It's just going to take like 5 minutes to kill him or something. Anyway, moving on to the last boss we're going to test out with Lepic today with my boss build is Swamp Walker. How much damage are we going to do in the initial phase here? Missed the first ball. We went straight through him. Little bit of a pre-early attack there. And let's go ahead and see. We're doing pretty good, actually. Look at his shield. Yo! Oh my god. Alright, so his entire shield has gone from the initial attack. Now, something which I discovered, which is a really good mechanic to use when you're fighting Swamp Walker, is something I kind of discovered mid-fight. Now you can see my initial plan here is to attack the little tubules on his knees. And also kill the ads, so I can try and get some items to boost my energy back up so I'm ready to fire my ultimate off again. I mean, it sounds like a pretty solid strat, right? Let's go kill these knee things, let's go and kill the ads, get my energy back up, and when he gets out of immune, we'll hit him with the ultimate again. But I've done something in this fight here which made me realize, wait, there's a better way. There's an easier way to do this. Okay, check this out. We're going around and we are still attacking the things. I'm getting hit, you know, all right, okay, no problem. But then something really important happened. I died. Now, I know you might think, why is that important? But check it out. I come back to life. I still have another death available to me, and my energy bar is full. So the strat is, once he goes immune, go around and kill all the tubules, but leave 1 or 2, and then let him kill you. And then come back with a full energy bar, right? And then, I mean, is this cheesing it? I don't know, you decide. But I think it's a good way to get a full energy bar back, and I could use this maybe against some of the other bosses I was fighting in this video as well, potentially. But either way, I'm now got him back into his normal state. So I've just killed a couple of ads. I'm getting my ultimate ready, and now we are going to literally hit this guy so hard he's not going to know what's hitting. Boom, boom, boom. Here it goes. I reckon if I get some bigger crits here, I reckon I could possibly kill him on this initial wave of ultimate attacks, possibly. But we take out an absolute massive chunk of this Swamp Walker's life, and then he goes immune. Now, could I do a unicorn run where I keep running this all morning and try and see if I can get it killed before the second immune stage? I mean, yeah, possibly I could, but that wouldn't be an accurate representation of how this boss build operates. So we'll just keep going as we are. We're going to stick with that strat of trying to kill as many of these knee pad things before he kills me, and I come back with full energy and wreck his world. So we've killed most of them. I'm 1 HP right now. I'm going to jump through the crack, and yeah, we're going to die. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to come back now. We can't die again. So let's go over there and hit his knee one more time. Get rid of the immunity stage. Go into our ultimate and show Swamp Walker how it's what it's all about. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to hit me again just to make this, you know, just more painful than it needs to be. Thanks. And we're going to shoot that off. Okay, immunity stage out. I'm going to stay in the poison just to make things interesting. And boom, let's go ahead and fire off the ultimate. And yeah, it's curtains for Swamp Walker. Good night, sunshine. Bye-bye. Nice to know you. That was a pretty solid run, and the time was pretty quick because I used the whole death mechanic to get my energy back, which worked out really well. And if we take a look at the time on hard Swamp Walker, how did we do? We did it sub 3 minutes, 2 minutes 53 for hard Swamp Walker. So there we have it. I think the boss build runs really, really well. Was it able to one-shot every hard boss? No, of course not. But was it effective? Yeah. Did it do a really good amount of damage when we launched it out, like fired it off? Yeah, I think it done really good damage. Are there other builds that can be better? Of course. There's always going to be the next build around the corner that's going to do things more efficiently and more quick. But what I have here is a solid Lepic build. Can it be more optimized? Yes, it can. And we probably can put more output, more damage, etc. to make these bosses fights even more better than what they are right now. But I think I demonstrated it's pretty solid. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this boss build, guys. Again, if you want to try this out for yourself, the link is in the description for the boss build video going over the whole setup. And I'll catch you in the next one. But until then, stay safe and of course, peace out.